gingerly pass the area because they are unable to commute properly due to the whole situation you see in the community here with flooding. Now you see the motorists now taking their time to make their way, so it's become basically almost like a one lane traffic in the area. Thank you. Now you see two gentlemen there coming from out of the floodwaters. Now a lot of persons basically have been stranded in their homes. As you can see from the drone footage, this covers miles and miles and miles of space. Goes back way back for miles, as I said. The entire width of the area is completely flooded, and I don't know what the residents are going to do or what options do they have. Some of them have. You know, as persons, you don't necessarily want to leave your home, but in some cases persons have left their homes. And as I spoke to a resident, Miss Daly, she confirmed that there is a morgue located just behind her home, which is just over there.
Well, while I'm in house back surrounded with water, and the car porch and my back step, well, if I pure water go right back down.
And this has been since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, right?
Since the Hurricane Melissa.
I was talking to somebody earlier on. They said that this isn't the first time this is happening in the community.
Third.
This is the third time you have experienced it.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
52.
52 years old. So in terms of what is happening, have you seen any of the authorities come to take a look at the area?
Yeah, the fire big.
But in terms of, have you yourself gone down into the deep water?
Yeah, I go way back down.
Why?
Because no want to see your experience, if you see how tall it is.
You have any other friends or family affected by this?
My cousin and friends. You have to say, well, I don't have cousin.
Yes. So all your family members have been affected.
Yeah.
And you said that in your yard now is moving in the backyard, and I see an area beside you.
Yeah, we go right back over to the infirmary.
Behind there, there's a morgue?
Yeah, over Bailey's funeral home.
Okay. And you know if they have removed the bodies from over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
George, his right name is George Bailey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what would you like, what do you think the authorities can do to help? I noticed the water is getting stagnant over that part. You want them to come like and throw something in the water to prevent the mosquitoes?
Yes.
Because you don't want any diseases or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, Miss Daly.
You're welcome.
Now if you look over this area, the water looks very much so stagnant. It's not moving or anything, so you know that you'll soon have mosquito-borne diseases. Now when speaking to Miss Daly, she also said that members of the media had come and also members of the fire brigade. Now when I took a closer look of the water, I realized that the water is actually moving very quickly in this direction, and it looks like it's going over to that piece of land that's right beside Miss Daly, which was kind of surprising to me. I didn't notice it until I got very close to the water. As you can see, the water is moving very, very, very quickly, very much so at a very speedy rate, going in that direction. Now, for persons who are familiar, when you come to Santa Cruz from the direction of Kingston, heading west, when you get to that gas station that's in front of the St. Elizabeth Technical High School, you take that back road, and when you get to the end of that road, that road that is called the back road, you just continue straight ahead. When you get to the end of that road on the western side, when you're at the end of the road, you turn to your right. That is where you find this community of New River here in St. Elizabeth. Just for persons in terms of if you want to get your basically your directions correct. And you can see even with the current situation, motor vehicles are going in their numbers because it's much more easier to drive this way than to be stuck in the traffic in the middle of Santa Cruz. I also spoke with another resident. He said he built a raft, but the water body is not necessarily deep enough. He says the water reaches almost to his waist level, but whenever he puts the raft in the water, it tends to sink. So apparently it's not deep enough in a lot of the areas in order for him to use the raft effectively. So he left the raft in his home. You'd have seen him earlier walking in the water in his water boots. And he said that he has to be very careful because at his age he doesn't know what kind of diseases are trapped in this water, which possibly will make him sick. I also saw another gentleman, they didn't want to necessarily speak on camera, but he's not Jamaican, judging by his accent. He seems to have an African accent. He's in Jamaica working, and he has a child who is stuck in one of these homes. I don't think she's there now. I think she went out with her mom earlier. But he had carried some goods, some water and some other things from Kingston for the mother, in order for his child. And he seemed a bit worried because he said no matter what, he just had to get here. Matter of fact, he was willing to walk in the water to go to the house. And I said to him, no, don't take that on. Somebody was at the house that you pointed to. And when I saw the gentleman come out on the veranda, I waved him and the gentleman came and met him. And then both of them made their way. Because I said, you're not very familiar with the water, so it's best you wait on someone to come this way. So, you know, people, the situation is dire. The situation is dire for these people. We can hope that the water levels go down. I'm not sure what the authorities can do about the water levels. It's just that it seems like because of all the heavy rains and the rivers have just burst their banks and it's just flooding everywhere. And I also hear that the community of Newmarket has a similar issue. And Newmarket is when you go past middle quarters. When you're in the square middle quarters, you'd make a right turn, go up the hill, and that will carry you to Newmarket. And you know that also in Content, Manchester has a similar problem right now with the waters rising. I was driving past the Lacovia area to head up to Newmarket. We are here that there's some flooding going on, similarly to what has happened out in the New River area in Santa Cruz. And I spotted somebody and I said, that looked like Miss Virgin, and I stopped and I realized that she was coming back out, you know, to do some business. But you know, more importantly, what I want to talk about, she said thanks to you, but there's something that you never saw on camera, in which she offered me a bottle of water, which I definitely needed, and she offered me some peanuts. You know, that just shows how good Jamaicans are. Even when they don't have anything, they'll give of the little that they have. And that's the reason why we know that we're resilient people, and we will build back better, and we will come back from that. So I just wanted to share that with you.
New River is a community now surrounded by water, not just puddles but miles of it. The roads that once connected families, workplaces and daily life have disappeared beneath the flood. Many residents who stayed are now trapped inside their own community, watching the world from behind a wall of water they cannot cross. And while the physical struggle is real, the soaked floors, the lost crops, the cold nights, it's the emotional weight that's hardest to describe. People are waking up every day to uncertainty, not knowing how long the water will stay, not knowing what the future holds for the place they call home. For parents, the worry sits heavy. How do I keep my children safe? For the elderly, the helpless, can feel overwhelming. For everyone, the isolation sinks in silently. Yet, even in the middle of all of this, something powerful is happening. Neighbors are checking on each other, sharing food, sharing fire, sharing company. People are offering strength to each other in the darkest of moments. This is the heart of New River. This is the Jamaican spirit. It's important to remember, this moment is not forever. Floodwaters rise, but they also fall. Help may take time, but help is coming. And even now, people are planning how to rebuild, how to restart, how to rise again. New River may be surrounded by water, but is not defeated, because hope is still alive. In the laughter shared on a flooded street, in the hands stretched out to support one another, and in the faith that this community will see dry land, stability and peace again. New River is holding on with courage, with love, and the strength that only people who truly know struggle can carry, and they will rise again.
Similarly to what we saw earlier in the community of New River, which is just outside of Santa, which is actually in Santa Cruz, not outside, it's in Santa Cruz, it's just on the back road. And you can see here, matter of fact, this gentleman is taking advantage of the whole situation here and is washing his car. A lot of motorists, I noticed, they are turning back. I don't know why. But General, why everybody are turning back? The road block? Down there, sir. It cut off. The water is coming from a river or what? It just coming from underground? Sinkhole? Okay. But the water look fresh though. So let us take about how far the block they were down here, sir? Which part you said the road block? About how far? No man, so how far I have to walk from here to where I can go through the water? Okay, but I see how around this stay. It come like you better me take off my sneakers, you know, everything I go wet up. Eh? Alright. And if you look right in front, you can see where there's damage to the New Market Kindergarten and Preparatory School. That's one section, and there's another section over there. Also, you'd have seen what is left because of Hurricane Melissa. Some buildings here have been damaged also. This bar over here with the Ray and Nephew branding. A Fufa nightclub, which is funny. And it seems like that was a jerk center or something like that right there. So one love Jamaica family. This is the second time now I forgot to about body of water due to the effects of Hurricane Melissa. I just want to see where the road is blocked off here in New Market. So at least this water is fresh water, and I don't have to worry about any crocodiles like I had to in Black River. So you can see there some of the damage from Hurricane Melissa here in New Market. New Market is an area that doesn't seem to have gotten the level of coverage, and you can understand due to what has happened in basically Black River.
Okay, just 1 second, let me do another one. Woo! Let me see. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna do this here. Here we go. Let's go right here.
David Muir, ABC's World News Tonight, America's most watched newscast. Now streaming same day with all the breaking news of the day on Disney Plus. Most watched, most trusted. Now on Disney Plus every night.
Tonight, the breaking news as we come on: this dangerous storm, blinding snow, gusting winds, wind chills in the teens and 20s. Tonight, the whiteout conditions here, up to a foot of snow in some areas, dangerous driving, cars off the road. And tomorrow, wind chills in the 20s and 30s from Minneapolis east to New York City, all the way down to Florida. Lee Goldberg has the forecast. Also breaking, 8,000 flights canceled in just a matter of days, more than 1,200 more flights canceled today alone. And tonight, the FAA says this will continue, even with the House set to vote on the shutdown tomorrow. Angry passengers venting tonight across this country, and President Trump now taking aim at some air traffic controllers who are not getting paid. Tonight, members of the House told to return to Washington after 53 days in recess. They did get paid during this shutdown. The key vote tomorrow on what the Senate has now passed. Some Democrats furious tonight about those 8 Democratic senators who gave in with no deal on extending subsidies to keep health insurance premiums from skyrocketing for millions. And tonight, you'll hear the heated town halls over the longest shutdown ever and lawmakers not addressing health care.
It may have been 2 years, but
And just moments ago tonight, what the Supreme Court said about food help, about those SNAP benefits, what we've learned. Tonight, the startling images appearing to show the operator of a packed commuter train falling asleep at the controls. That train traveling up to 50 miles per hour, video showing frightened passengers being thrown back and forth. The new lawsuits tonight with disturbing claims against the owners of Camp Mystic in Texas. Families of some of the 27 girls and counselors who died in that devastating flood, saying their deaths were entirely preventable. What they claim happened when counselors in those cabins began sounding the alarm, asking for help. Tonight here, the tributes pouring in for Oscar-nominated actress Sally Kirkland, fiercely independent, best known for her roles in Anna and The Sting. Tonight, the incredible rescue at sea, Americans among the passengers floating in the water, their boat sinking during an excursion. The terrifying image tonight, a C-130 cargo plane breaking apart in midair, falling from the sky. Dramatic video tonight showing the collapse of a new bridge just months after it reopened. And on this Veterans Day, as we do every year, we join Bob and Lee Woodruff to stand up for heroes.
Oh my God, y'all. Hold on 1 second. There's a lot going on.
World Headquarters in New York. This is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. We begin tonight with that unmistakable chill in the air across most of this country. The first blast of winter, millions facing heavy snow and a deep freeze. Dangerous driving from the Midwest to the east and frigid air all the way south to Florida. Wind chills plunging into the 20s and 30s again tomorrow from Minneapolis to Jacksonville, from New York to Boston. Freeze warnings in Florida and Georgia at this hour. Up to a foot of snow falling in some areas, including near Syracuse, New York. Dangerous driving, cars off highways. Snow and icy highways up and down the East Coast. A truck rolling onto its side on Interstate 77. Another frigid morning on tap tomorrow, and then this major change coming. Lee Goldberg has the forecast, and ABC's Janae Norman in the snow in upstate New York tonight.
Tonight, howling winds, whiteout conditions, and treacherous roads. Millions stunned by an early punch of winter cold that's bringing the first major snow of the season. More than a foot of snow and blizzard-like conditions in West Virginia. On Interstate 77 in Jackson County, Eric Ambrose crashed his pickup.
Black truck, kind of similar to mine, started to change lanes, hit the front end of my truck. I hit ice, lost control, went through the median and over the guardrail.
He then watched helplessly as a tractor trailer slammed into the responding officer's cruiser right in front of him. No one was seriously hurt. North of Syracuse, nearly a foot of snow and counting in Central Square, New York. Winds gusting to 40 miles an hour in the Northeast, making it feel even colder from New York City to Philly.
We're sitting at the freezing mark, but look at this deep area of pink and purple dipping all the way to the south. Yeah, they're at 28 in Atlanta.
That southern cold fueling snow squalls over red trees in Virginia. Winter overtaking fall. And David, here in the Buffalo area, it's not over just yet. Up to 5 more inches of snow expected through tomorrow morning, along with that cold, David.
Janae Norman, who made that trip down the thruway from Syracuse to Buffalo today. Janae, thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg from our New York station, WABC. Back with us tonight. Lee, we can hear the wind on your mic.
Oh, David, that cold wind is still cranking here in New York. We saw our first flakes here as well. And that cold is here tonight, although the core is lifting out. But after record-breaking temperatures in the south this morning, we'll still have some warnings. Cold weather warnings in Georgia and into Florida. It'll still feel sub-freezing. Wind chills in the 20s from the Great Lakes all the way into the Northeast. And the lake snows continue. After a foot of snow in some locations, an additional few inches in upstate New York and into northern New England. Then the lake machine will start to shut down. Then we watch the warmth out west. 10 to 20 degrees above average. It starts to spread east into midweek, and that chill is erased. By the time we get in the late week, 70s in the middle of the country, all the way down to the south in the 80s. Just the Northeast remains below normal. David?
Lee Goldberg back with us tonight. Lee, we appreciate it. The weather and the government shutdown combining, anger and frustration tonight at America's airports. The longest government shutdown ever, day 43 now. 8,000 flights canceled in just a matter of days. More than 1,200 flights canceled today alone. Tonight, the FAA says this will continue, even with the House set to vote tomorrow. Angry passengers venting tonight, and President Trump now taking aim at some air traffic controllers who are not getting paid, not showing up for work. Many say they've had to get other jobs, driving Ubers for one, just to get dinner on the table. Here's Gio Benitez.
Tonight, an end to the government shutdown finally in sight, but its shockwaves still rippling across the country's airports after 8,000 flights were canceled since Friday, leaving many passengers stranded.
I will never travel again. If I travel again, I will drive.
In Chicago, Clinton Bradley would rather rent a car than risk his flight getting canceled for a third time.
If they cancel again, then I'm just waiting around all day and I can drive there in 8 hours.
Today, another 1,200 flights were canceled because of weather and air traffic control shortages, but Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says a lot more air traffic controllers are now reporting for work.
Well, I think our air traffic controllers are seeing an end to the shutdown and feel more hopeful.
Air traffic controllers have worked a month without pay, some taking second jobs to make ends meet. President Trump says he'll give a $10,000 bonus, but only to controllers who worked through the shutdown.
The ones that stayed, of which there were a lot of them, I'm sending them a $10,000 bonus.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't know. I'll get it from someplace.
But the president has demanded all air traffic controllers get back to work, threatening to dock the pay of those who don't. Today, the head of the Flight Attendants Union accused the president of being out of touch.
Not only is it disgraceful, it is another way that we are making it unsettled for these air traffic controllers who have worked through this miraculously without getting paid. It also shows that the president does not understand where Americans are living paycheck to paycheck.
And David, the FAA had said it would cut as much as 10% of flights by Friday. We're told that's still the plan until air traffic controllers get back to work. David.
Gio Benitez back with us here. Gio, thanks. Tonight, with this shutdown ongoing, members of the House have been told to return to Washington tomorrow after 53 days in recess. Those members of Congress did get paid during this shutdown. The key vote now tomorrow on what the Senate has passed. Tonight, some Democrats furious about those 8 Democratic senators who gave in with no deal on extending subsidies to keep health insurance premiums from skyrocketing for millions. Tonight, here, the heated town hall, some Americans asking what was this shutdown for if there was no movement on tackling health care. Here's Rachel Scott.
Tonight, with the longest government shutdown in U.S. history set to come to an end, President Trump declaring victory.
The House is going to vote, and I think they're going to vote positively. I think most people want to see it opened.
After a late night vote in the Senate.
On this vote, the ayes are 60, the nays are 40. The bill as amended is passed.
Tonight, lawmakers in the House scrambling to get back for a vote tomorrow. They haven't had to report to Washington for 53 days and have been paid throughout this shutdown. With flight cancellations and delays across the country, Republicans Rick Crawford and Trent Kelly carpooling to the Capitol, making a quick rest stop in Tennessee, writing on social media, 8 more hours to go. If all members make it back to Washington on time, Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes. Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden riding his motorcycle all the way from Wisconsin. If the bill passes, it will take time for the government to fully reopen. Agencies will have to call hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have gone without pay back to work. The deal funds the government until the end of January, includes months of funding for SNAP, and calls to rehire the thousands of federal workers the president fired during the shutdown. But what it doesn't do is extend health care subsidies, a key demand from Democrats to keep premiums from rising for more than 20 million Americans. In Seaside, California, teacher Brianna Vasquez, a mom of 2, pays a $282 monthly insurance premium. That number now skyrocketing to more than $1,000.
We are planning on nothing happening because I think that's just in our best interest, is to plan as if they aren't going to pass anything.
And at a town hall in Iowa, Republican Congresswoman Marinette Miller Meeks was asked what the Republican plan is for health care.
We need to bring the cost of health care down. Unfortunately, in 2010, when the Affordable Care Act was passed, the reason why it may have been 2 years ago.
Senate Republicans have promised a future vote on health care, but it's highly unlikely it will pass. And in the House, Speaker Mike Johnson won't commit to holding a vote on health care at all.
I'm not committing to it or not committing to it. What I'm saying is that we do a deliberative process. That's the way this always works, and we have to have time to do that.
And late tonight, Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries calling on Republicans to make a deal.
You now have an opportunity to actually take some action in an area of this healthcare crisis by working with Democrats.
And tonight, the Supreme Court extending an order that allows the Trump administration not to fully or immediately pay out SNAP benefits for the month of November, putting even more pressure on lawmakers to pass this government funding bill tomorrow. 42 million Americans who rely on that federal food assistance will be watching this vote very closely, David.
Rachel Scott on the Hill. Rachel, thank you. Tonight, the startling images that appear to show the operator of a packed commuter train in San Francisco falling asleep at the controls. Here's Melissa Adon.
Tonight, harrowing moments for these passengers on a San Francisco commuter train. Just after 8:30 a.m., security camera footage from September showing the operator appearing to doze off as the train accelerates down the tracks. That train exiting the Sunset Tunnel, nearing 50 miles per hour. Passengers unaware of what was happening, suddenly thrown side to side in the car. The driver apparently shaken awake, frantically trying to stop. But that train kept going, speeding past a stop with waiting commuters, barreling into that curve, nearly hitting an oncoming car before finally coming to a stop. That driver appearing to blame the incident on malfunctioning equipment.
I'm sorry, relax.
But tonight, the city's transit officials confirming the cause was, quote, operator fatigue. David, one person said they suffered a concussion, and officials say that driver was pulled from operating trains. David.
Melissa, Adon tonight. Melissa, thank you. Now to the Camp Mystic tragedy in Texas. Tonight, new lawsuits with disturbing claims against the owners of the camp. Families of some of the 27 girls and counselors who died now saying their deaths were entirely preventable. And what they now claim happened when counselors in those cabins began asking for help. Here's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, families of some of the 27 girls and counselors killed at Camp Mystic in those horrific Texas floods, filing multiple lawsuits alleging a disturbing timeline of inaction from camp operators in what they say was an entirely preventable tragedy. They claim on July 4th, when the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet, camp leaders ignored repeated weather warnings and failed to evacuate, ordering campers remain in their cabins for more than an hour while they instead worked to protect equipment. The lawsuit also alleges when counselors sounded the alarm asking for help, operators of the camp told the girls to, quote, put down towels, and only decided to evacuate the children after a gatekeeper in a separate building was washed away. Caitlin Bonner is one of the parents suing. She previously testified about the death of her daughter Lila.
This loss is one no parent should have to endure.
In a statement tonight, the attorney for Camp Mystic says these accusations contain misinformation they'll address in court. And while they empathized with the families, no adequate warning systems existed in the area. The camp says we continue to pray for the grieving families and ask for God's healing and comfort.
And David, despite these lawsuits, Camp Mystic has already announced plans to reopen next summer. David.
Trevor Ault reporting on this again tonight. Thank you, Trevor. This evening, the tributes pouring in for Oscar-nominated actress Sally Kirkland, best known for her roles in Anna and The Sting. Here's Matt Gutman now.
Sally Kirkland was a force on the big screen, instantly recognizable with her trademark blonde hair and larger-than-life personality. Her acting career spanning decades, from the stage to the big screen, with Kirkland appearing in more than 200 movies and guest starring in some of TV's biggest hits.
Barbara Healy? Yeah. Yeah, I'm Roseanne Connor.
Kirkland had supporting roles alongside Hollywood legends Paul Newman and Robert Redford in the 1973 classic The Sting.
Thanks for the big evening, hooker. Next time you want to spend $50 on me, mail it.
But it was 1987's Anna that earned Kirkland the Best Actress Oscar nomination.
Watch out, Thunder.
Kirkland also taking home the Golden Globe that year.
You have made my day, my week, my month, my year, my lifetime.
According to her agent, Kirkland passed away of natural causes this morning in hospice in Palm Springs. She was 84. In a statement today, her talent manager telling ABC News, Sally transcended time and space in her career. Her passion for the art of acting was contagious to all who worked with her, and regardless of the role, she gave it 1,000%.
Remembering Sally Kirkland tonight. Our thanks to Matt. When we come back, the new bridge just opened that has collapsed. The dramatic video showing it coming down and what led to this moment right here. Also tonight, the C-130 plane breaking apart in midair, falling from the sky. And the incredible rescue at sea. We have learned Americans among the passengers floating in the water and the rescue effort that followed. In a moment here.
Okay, you guys, let's just stay here and...
Tonight, dramatic images showing the moment a bridge collapsed just months after opening. Collapsing in southwest China. Authorities say cracks in the mountainside triggered landslides. The bridge opened in September. It was closed to traffic at the time. The terrifying image, a C-130 cargo plane breaking apart in midair. The plane had just taken off from Azerbaijan, plummeting to the ground here. At least 20 on board, no survivors. When we come back here tonight, that incredible rescue at sea, Americans among the passengers floating in the water, and the rescue, you'll see it. To the index, the dramatic rescue at sea. 55 passengers, some of them Americans, rescued when their catamaran sank off the Dominican Republic. The catamaran set off from New York late last month. Everyone was saved. When we come back on this Veterans Day, we stand up for heroes. Bob Woodruff is here, and how you can help tonight.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Progressive.
Finally tonight here on this Veterans Day, we stand up for heroes. Tonight on this Veterans Day, we honor our nation's heroes, and we honor all of those who are determined to support them.
After seeing very few people in the first...
Among them, our friend Bob Woodruff, who you'll remember was badly injured by a roadside bomb while on assignment in Iraq in 2006. We remember that moment, his young children in bed with him.
You taught me, it's so great to be home.
His remarkable recovery. And for 19 years now, he and his wife Lee and Stand Up for Heroes, part of the annual New York Comedy Festival. We've been with them along the way, and we will never forget what Bob told us nearly a decade ago now. It was quite simple, and it was profound.
I mean, it's been the most satisfying thing I've ever done in my life.
The most satisfying thing he has ever done, helping these heroes. And last night, he and Lee on stage again.
I'm Bob Woodruff. This is my amazing wife, Lee.
Comedians, musicians, coming together. And right before going on stage,
Hey, David.
Hey, David. It's a couple hours to showtime.
Bob and Lee checking in with us.
This is the 19th year here, David. You've been here so many times from the very beginning. We never thought it was going to last this long. In some ways, it's sad that it's still needed so badly to help the veterans.
David, you're always covering kids on America Strong. So there are a lot of veteran kids out there in families, and we're looking for all the ways we can support these wonderful families who've served.
Among the families,
hey, David. Clint.
Army Major Clint Culver and his family from Clarksville, Tennessee, outside Nashville.
This whole entire deck and everything was completely underwater.
While Major Culver was deployed overseas earlier this year, his family's home back in Tennessee was hit with life-threatening floods twice.
This was completely wrecked, this whole garage.
His wife and 2 sons and their dog able to escape, but their home severely damaged.
The dehumidifier, the sub pump system, all of that had to be completely replaced twice.
The Culvers did not live in a flood zone. They did not have flood insurance. That's when the Bob Woodruff Foundation, along with Operation Stand Down Tennessee, stepped in to offer a lifeline, helping to pay for a hotel, helping to rebuild. But now the Culvers on stage saying thank you.
Money from the foundation meant that our family could get to be in one place and maintain some sort of normalcy.
And right here tonight,
hi, David.
Major Clint Culver and his wife, Denise.
I want them to see that their donations matter. And it's just a really good foundation that helped us, and I'm hoping that we can bring awareness to help other families, too.
We honor Major Culver and all of our veterans. The BobWoodruffFoundation.org.
Let me go right here. I want to show you guys
and his
something.
amazing wife, Lee, as he says, and it's true. Good night.
Okay. I'm going to show you something on...
David Muir.
Okay, let me show you something right here. And to get you guys knowing what I'm talking about. I think so. Wait a minute, how did he play that? Hold up, wait a minute, hold. I'm gonna see if I'm paying the right. I'm trying to see something. If I'm trying to see if I'm paying right. I'm gonna bring y'all in a deep dive of what I was talking about. Did in fact, okay, here we go. It's only you guys need to see this here. Let me go back live. And this was 20 hours ago. Planet Jamaican Dragon. Okay, let me see this 1 day ago. Okay, now this must be okay. I want everyone to hear exactly what, if you wasn't with me yesterday, about why I was in so much hissy fit yesterday did in fact with this. Now I want you to listen to Sofa. We're gonna listen to him just a little bit, and he gonna break down how many cities that did not get anything yet in Jamaica, basically in a comfortable spot and celebrating, and everybody else is the hell with them. Okay, hold 1 second. Okay, let me go right here.
I'm hungry, you know. I'm ready for them. Did a long time, you know. Live on the air with SoFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SoFlo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
Good. I'm just, I was hoping yesterday when I woke up.
Hello?
I really do.
Having people, as I said.
Okay.
Like we have it all together after the storm. We have it all together.
Which is stupidness when people think them there because they know you listen. Help people, then please send food in a place where people they need it the most. Stop talking about places marooned off. If it is marooned off, you are so stupid. Because if you don't know what to do if an area is marooned off and people is there suffering, I don't know what to tell you. I don't need to be in that position.
2 weeks later.
You don't need to be in that position if a group of people is marooned off and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to delegate, who to delegate, and say, all right, listen, Mr. Cham, you know, say I know your constituency, this, you know, but guess what? Get this a man and this a man and all of this a man and all of this a man.
Right here.
Help them yet.
Okay.
And there are lots of people who are in dire need of help, assistance.
Okay.
So
I want you to see
the question was,
this is very important.
are we really getting a lot of aid? Is there a lot of aid coming into? Just how much aid and how much money has poured into Jamaica so far?
Listen to this quick, you guys. Listen to this.
This hurricane passed. Remember me said, keep an eye on the money. I also said, and this is why a lot of people are saying, y'all lie upon with Prime Minister. It's not a lie. Fact check it. He said it himself. He's sitting on all the resources. He's sitting on all the resources. That's why he told you about the voucher system that he's putting in place, where he will establish these checkpoints where you can go and present vouchers, cashless society, go present vouchers and get your needs met, the aid issued to you, right? He's stockpiling. Now let me tell you what we have gotten so far. And this is not the whole list by far, but this is an extensive list. So cock up your foot real quick and relax yourself and listen.
Listen, everybody.
People are dead. Many are still missing. Did y'all know that many are still missing? Did y'all know that over 100 and something Jamaicans are still unaccounted for? People are asking which part and family member gone. We see houses that are submerged in water. There are no rescue teams that are diving in the areas where the houses are submerged up to the roof in water, looking to see if Master Joe is still sitting in a wheelchair in the house, or he did hide in the closet, can think the roof did all come off, and then the water come in and him still in the closet in the house. There's nobody looking. There is no real search and rescue going on. Jerome was the one that asked me off air and said, Soflo, how come nobody is talking about this? And I told him, I said, that is exactly what I'm going to talk about this morning, so stay tuned. Well, here we are. People are dead. Many are still missing. Why are the search and rescue teams not out searching and rescuing to see if there are survivors, if there are people in stranded places, or if there are these people that are missing, where are they? You know what I mean? We have the manpower on the ground to do it. We have the professionals who this is what they do. In advanced countries that we call first world countries, that's their profession. They descended upon Jamaica when we needed them, and our Prime Minister parked them and tell them, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Hold up 1 second.
Let me put this together first.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Let me get you guys together. Let me get you guys together right now. Yep. Okay. Now I can come in and I can talk. This is basically like what had me. It's so much base it is. Let me see. Maybe I get everybody in here. This is what part that had me so much in the uproar, right? They got from another country, third world. I think it say third world country number 1. I think. Oh, we number 3. Yeah, Anyway, he said that them guys don't come out of all that water that you saw. People is still out there. This is what this country only do in major in a situation like this here, looking for people. And the prime minister, which we would say like the president, the prime minister over there told them, no, don't go, just wait. And this is basically like really did that, put me in a trance yesterday because I listened to him, but it was so much and so it got to me so bad till I basically had to leave the live and go and get up under bed. Now I want you to listen to everything what he had to say, and you would see why people leave Jamaica and do not trust their country and doing anything that their country does not help them. They depend on everybody else. Hold 1 second. Let's listen to this here. Okay, let me go back in here. Here we go.
Get ready for the list.
Here's the list.
So following the hurricane, and it took me all morning. See there? It is in my handwriting. It long. In my handwriting. All right. Following the hurricane, Jamaica received a significant amount of aid, including, here we go, 12 million US dollars, of course, from the United States of America, and that was for emergency assistance, along with 64 tons of humanitarian aid from the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, known as the IFRC. And then there is the 150 million US dollars payout from the World Bank Catastrophe Bond, which it was published that this has triggered that payout and they will be getting that money in short order. But okay, if they never get the money there yet. Other aids, including medical supplies from Direct Relief, technology donations from Amazon, UN World Food Program or WFP, 74 million US dollars to provide food assistance and to coordinate logistics and telecommunications across the affected areas. This one, of the 74 million, Jamaica gets a piece of it. They didn't get all of that 74 million because it was supposed to split between Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba. But Jamaica got the larger portion of it. Then there is Project Hope, an emergency response team that are on standby to address urgent health, water, sanitation, hygiene, and mental health needs in affected communities. They're not being sent out. There's the Bob and Rita Foundation, food distribution, raising funds to supply roofing kits and building houses or rebuilding houses. Them I look at as a charity organization that is not government. So I'm not really add them to it. But pay attention. All these other ones are directly given to the Jamaican government, which Andrew Holness is the person who is in charge of all of this. El Salvador sent in 3 planes with more than 300 rescuers and over 50 tons of essential supplies, including food, medical supplies, emergency relief, and equipment. In addition to 7 million US dollars humanitarian aid came from Canada, along with Canadian Armed Forces. A team of approximately 20 members arrived in Jamaica the same week that the hurricane hit. France provided another 40 tons of humanitarian aid to Jamaica, which included essentials for 500 families and 2 water treatment units that were delivered by a French warship. Then you have the EU or the European Union. They provided another 2 million euros. 2 million euros transferred into US dollars works out to be 2,314,080 US dollars. And then Japan provided 1,400 sleeping bags, 350 tents, 350 portable jerry cans. Portable jerry cans, I even went and looked up what those are. Those are actually these cans that we carry in the military. They are usable. They're like almost indestructible. So you can carry them into any environment and they will keep safe your water, or you can use them to carry fuel. 350 portable jerry cans, 1,400 sleeping bags, 350 tents, 20 water purifiers, and these were handed over to Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Go and look up who that is. That is Desmond McKenzie. He is one of the longest standing people in politics in Jamaica, and he represents the Jamaica Labour Party. All the aids come in are under control of the Jamaica Labour Party. The Prime Minister and his people. So for the people who are saying, so how come we not see the MP them from the PMP side? If me see the JLP them and take care of them people, that means that them can take care of them people too. This is where I'm trying to wise you all up and tell you that politics is being played. This man is literally sitting on all this tons and tons. I don't know if you don't know what tons is. We're done talking of pounds, you know. Tons and tons of aid.
Excuse me, sir, how old were you when you made your first million?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice for the younger generation.
I made my first million last year, actually.
What line of work are you in?
I'm in sales.
Okay, what's the best advice you can give someone that's in sales?
You're only as good as your sales reps.
Oh, wait a minute.
And your CRM.
What CRM do you use?
We used to use one of the old legacy CRMs, but it just didn't give us the speed and agility that we needed. But then we switched to Monday CRM.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right.
China, because it's not done yet. China then provided $2 million in direct cash assistance. Cash. Again, followed by disaster relief materials and medical teams on the ground and local and then the local Chinese community in Jamaica put together $2.5 million worth of supplies to include bottled water, toiletries, basic food items, flour, rice, sugar, all them, something there, whole heap of canned goods and so on and so forth. And they're basically taking care of the Sentence Bay Infirmary, senior citizens and residents whose homes were damaged. The Sentence Bay people put out like a SOS, like we're so in need of. And the Chinese community responded in this way. I don't know, Mr. already. If the Chinese community not do nothing, I'll come up here and say, yo, they could do some more. I mean, they own most of the most successful businesses on the island. They have one in almost every community and multiple in multiple places. So, you know, the people been spending with you all along and making you rich and wealthy and all that. So in times of need and tragedy, ain't nothing for you to give back a little thing, right? We had this discussion before. This is what they've been doing, right? Okay, India sent another 20 tons of humanitarian aid. And this included the 20 tons of humanitarian aid from India was delivered by the Indian Air Force on their plane. And this included special BHI-SHM medical trauma units, generators, tents, beddings, mats, kitchen fits, solar lanterns, hygiene kits, and other essential supplies. And these were delivered to Minister of Foreign Affairs. Kamina Johnson-Smith was the one that received those. And we all know who Kamina Johnson-Smith is. And of course, she is aligned with the Jamaica Labour Party, right? It will include personnel on the ground. Somebody said, SoFlo, where are the Cuban doctors? You see, what just happened, right, with Melissa? Melissa pull up the skirt, and now they are exposed. Melissa yank up the skirt. You know when breeze blow heavy and the woman's skirt fly up in the air? Yeah, the skirt pull up now, and they are exposed. Let's revisit this. What happened to the Cuban doctors? Because a lot of people are saying, hey, Jamaica has a lot of Cuban doctors there, and they're like some of the best doctors in the world, right? How come we don't see them out and about and everywhere in the community and stuff, like helping the people? Where are the Cuban medical personnel? Well, this is what we found out. So, before Marco Rubio visited the United States of America, from the United States of America, made their visit to Jamaica and made their demands. The demand was that they in Jamaica must stop using Cuban medical personnel. In other words, they told them, your ass better go find somebody else to do it and leave those Cubans alone. We don't want you using them. And of course, the Prime Minister did a grandstand, right? Because election was coming up. And he knew that that would have been a pivotal point in the election, because the people would have said, Oh, so you just bow down to America, so just because them come in and tell us to get rid of the Cuban doctor, them, no, man. Because you had a lot of Jamaicans who were like, no, me like Dr. So-and-so because him deliver my 2 picnic them. And me like Dr. So-and-so because the Cuban doctor that they are from God know how long. And he's a good doctor. So he grandstand and he said what he said. These Cuban doctors have been on the island since wherever, and we have a great relationship with Cuba and wherever. That was showing for us. That was showing for the people. What happened the day after Marco Rubio left Jamaica, people? We saw a large number of Cuban medical personnel at the airport getting ready to leave the country.
Okay, hold on.
Those of us who were wise said, Rubio left yesterday.
Okay.
The whole Cuban doctor them gone today.
Let's go.
That no look safe. So that means when say yes.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome. Okay. That's what fears me. Now I can really take it well. I had told you guys, Cuban doctors been into Jamaica for a long time. Delivered babies. Everybody loved the Cuban doctor. All of a sudden, when Marco Rubio come there, now this is excuse me, y'all. This is alleged with my point of view. Marco Rubio come up there. He must have whispered something in the Cuban doctor's ear. And when Marco Rubio left today, all the Cuban doctors, 420, packed their stuff and they left. Leave the island with no doctors. Leave them with no doctors. All the supplies, and he's gonna tell you he got a list of it and it's some more. I was so frustrated because I was thinking about, my little situation. I'm deep down in my feelings about this stuff. As you hear what he said, that the Jamaican government took all, excuse me, you guys, hold on a second. Give me a minute. I'm here with you guys. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. As you hear, Slow Flow is going to tell you all the tons and the money that was delivered, that was distributed to Jamaica in Jamaica hand. The Jamaican government took it all and would not help the people. He took this stuff in storage elsewhere, even down with the money. He looked for people, for example, like a Spice came over, being a man. A lot of the people that from Jamaica, and you don't go into other countries. Now your country that you were born and raised in, now they need help. That's why Spice and being a man, a couple of more, they hit the ground to clear the roads and other stuff, and to hand out their package to the people themselves and feed the people, because the Jamaican government will not do it. And if you listen to Slow Folk, what he was saying, Jamaican armies, they are not on the ground. They got armies coming in from elsewhere across the world. They hold back themselves. All what was given to the Jamaican government to distribute it on the people, including the checks and stuff, to get it for the people to get together, he hold back the money. People are so upset. What they need, food and all this is what they need. And the Jamaican government is not giving it to them because they put it away from themselves. And this is what I was trying to say yesterday when I was so angry. Now I can listen to him, and he gonna tell you more. This gonna make you very, very upset. I told you they will have one hen in front of you, pleading to you like they are so bad. Just, oh, please, Miss Mother, could I have just a little spoonful of rice and one bean, just like some really is like just really, really sad stuff. You say, girl, go ahead and get you a plate of rice and some beans and feed yourself. This is how they play on you. Now we see the devastation. Slow folk gonna tell you how many cities out of all that money and the dive crew. The dive crew will ask, I forgot what country that it for, that they want to send in the dive crew, because this is a country, this is all that they does. Try to look for these people. What did the prime minister say? No, just wait, just hold up. No, just wait. Yeah, yes, yes, thank you, everything. I know you was there listening. This is saying, you gonna see that this is what basically, like, I get too personal in some of these things. And that's what basically, like, a part of what happened to me yesterday, because I'm like, I cry, I think I'm doing all this stuff that I'm going through, then look at this stuff. But I know, dealing back, no, I ain't gonna say my personal reason because it'll make me angry again. Let's go. Hold on 1 second.
Stood up on the stand, then that was all just talk.
That was all talk.
That talk got loud enough to where Christopher Tufton ran to the media and tried to do some damage control and cover up and said, what you see with the Cuban doctors leaving, that is just normal protocol. You know, they have to leave for others to come in. Their contracts were up, and then others are going to replace them. Okay.
The contract was up. Wait a minute, hold on.
So this one is cool. You basically connect your Shopify account and it's able to pull in your product catalog. And then from there, you can actually choose the exact product that you want to demonstrate. So think of it as like a TV.
Hold on. Check this out. Their contract was up just when the hurricane hit. They live over in Jamaica. They work at the Jamaica hospital. They all live there. They got a doctor's office there. They got home there. This is where they live in Jamaica. Go to work every single day. All of a sudden, the next day, y'all, 420 of them, go, everybody getting the hell up out of there. Marco Rubio, as you know, he is from, he's a Cuban. You can't tell me, I don't like to put so much of Donald Trump, but you can't tell me the name of the game. You can't tell me the name of the gang, how this was. It was a switch swap. We gonna leave you this here, but we gonna take out these Cuban dollars. A thing for yourself. You see how this is? And if if Marco Rubio was to get in that chair, if there ever was such thing he run for president, he gonna load this place back up with Cuban. But anyway, let just hold on right there. I ain't got nothing wrong with the Cuban people, but just watch slow folk. Just watch. Hold 1 second. Let me get back in here. Let me just move it. You're gonna see how that wink. You're gonna see how that he wink his eye. Right. Let me go right here to get us up to date right now. Come on, slow folk.
Including food, medical supplies, emergency relief, and equipment. In addition to $7 million humanitarian aid came from Canada, along with Canadian Armed Forces. A team of approximately 20 members arrived in Jamaica the same week that the hurricane hit. France provided another 40 tons of humanitarian aid to Jamaica, which included essentials for 500 families and 2 water treatment units that were delivered by a French warship. Then you have the EU, or the European Union. They provided another 2 million euros. 2 million euros transferred into US dollars works out to be $2,314,080 US dollars. And then Japan provided 1,400 sleeping bags, 350 tents, 350 portable jerry cans. Portable jerry cans, I even went and looked up what those are. Those are actually these cans that we carry in the military. They are usable. They're like almost indestructible. So you can carry them into any environment and they will keep safe your water, or you can use them to carry fuel. 350 portable jerry cans, 1,400 sleeping bags, 350 tents, 20 water purifiers, and these were handed over to Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Go and look up who that is. That is Desmond McKenzie. He is one of the longest standing people in politics in Jamaica, and he represents the Jamaica Labour Party. All the aides come in are under control of the Jamaica Labour Party, the Prime Minister and his people. So for the people who are saying, so how come we not see the MP them from the PMP side? If me see the JLP them take care of them people, that means that them can take care of them people too. This is where I'm trying to wise you all up and tell you that politics is being played. This man is literally sitting on all this tons and tons. I don't know if you don't know where tons is. We're done talking of pounds, you know. Tons and tons of aid. All right. China, has it not done yet? China then provided $2 million in direct cash assistance. Cash. Again, followed by disaster relief materials and medical teams on the ground, and and then the local Chinese community in Jamaica put together $2.5 million worth of supplies to include bottled water, toiletries, basic food items, flour, rice, sugar, all them something there, whole heap of canned goods and so on and so forth. And they're basically taking care of the St. Anne's Bay Infirmary, senior citizens and residents whose homes were damaged. The St. Anne's Bay people put out like a SOS, like we're so in need of. And the Chinese community responded in this way. Well, I know I'm stay already. If the Chinese community not do nothing, I'll come up here and say, yo, they could do some more. I mean, they own most of the most successful businesses on the island. They have one in almost every community and multiple in multiple places. So, you know, the people been spending with you all along and making you rich and wealthy and all that. So in times of need and tragedy, ain't nothing for you to give back a little thing, right? We had this discussion before. This is what they've been doing, right? Okay, India sent another 20 tons of humanitarian aid. And this included the 20 tons of humanitarian aid from India was delivered by the Indian Air Force on their plane. And this included special BHI-SHM medical trauma units, generators, tents, beddings, mats, kitchen fits, solar lanterns, hygiene kits, and other essential supplies. And these were delivered to Minister of Foreign Affairs. Kamina Johnson-Smith was the one that received those. And we all know who Kamina Johnson-Smith is. And of course, she is aligned with the Jamaica Labour Party, right? It will include personnel on the ground. Somebody said, SoFlo, where are the Cuban doctors? You see, what just happened, right, with Melissa? Melissa pull up the skirt and now they are exposed. Melissa yank up the skirt. You know when breeze blow heavy and the woman's skirt fly up in the air? Yeah, the skirt pull up now and they are exposed. Let's revisit this. What happened to the Cuban doctors? Because a lot of people are saying, hey, Jamaica has a lot of Cuban doctors there and they're like some of the best doctors in the world, right? How come we don't see them out and about and everywhere in the community and stuff, like helping the people? Where are the Cuban medical personnel? Well, this is what we found out. So before Marco Rubio visited the United States of America, from the United States of America, made their visit to Jamaica and made their demands. The demand was that they in Jamaica must stop using Cuban medical personnel. In other words, they told them, your ass better go find somebody else to do it and leave those Cubans alone. We don't want you using them. And of course, the Prime Minister did a grandstand, right? Because election was coming up. And he knew that that would have been a pivotal point in the election because the people would have said, Oh, so you just bow down to America, so just because them come in and tell us to get rid of the Cuban doctor, them, no, man. Because you had a lot of Jamaicans who were like, no, me like Dr. So-and-so because of him deliver my 2 picnic them. And me like Dr. So-and-so because the Cuban doctor that they are from God know how long. And he's a good doctor. So he grandstand and he said what he said. These Cuban doctors have been on the island since wherever, and we have a great relationship with Cuba and wherever. That was showing for us. That was showing for the people. What happened the day after Marco Rubio left Jamaica, people? We saw a large number of Cuban medical personnel at the airport getting ready to leave the country. Those of us who were wise said, Rubio left yesterday. The whole Cuban doctor them gone today. That no look safe. So that means that when him say yesterday on the stand, then that was all just talk. That talk got loud enough to where Christopher Tufton ran to the media and tried to do some damage control and cover up and said, what you see with the Cuban doctors leaving, that is just normal protocol. You know, they have to leave for others to come in. Their contracts were up and then others are going to replace them. Okay. Right. Where are the Cuban medical personnel? Before Rubio came and the U.S. made their demands, reports indicated that there were approximately 400 plus medical personnel on the island, including many doctors, nurses, and technicians who were Cubans. 400 plus. A later count, as of June 2025, had revealed that that number had dwindled to 88 Cuban doctors left and 199 nurses. And that is a total of 287 of the 400. The number as of November is said to be even half of that.
This Gerald,
they got rid
I
of
was
them.
talking about yesterday.
Whole heap of people said tragedy hit. The Cuban doctor, them would have be out here right now, help we in the field and take care of people and blah, blah. They're not there. What y'all think? They have them stockpile up in a one building somewhere? They're not there. There's not that many of them left on the island.
That's what I was talking about, Miss Gerald. What they had did to us.
A major reduction happened. And Jamaica has turned to the Philippines and Nigeria
to help.
To replace them instead of using the Cuban doctors. So that's just a little FYI to throw out there. But the long list of aid that's there shows you that there are tons and tons and tons. El Salvador alone, 50 tons. India backed that up with another 20 tons. Who else gave another 40 tons? We're speaking in tons, not tons.
Won't help the people.
We don't see any of this hitting the ground. The organizations that are on the ground, that are actually helping people on the ground, I realize that a lot of people are mistaking them for government. So when people like me speak, them say, Allah, tell, come and see the video, and the people them out there and they're helping people. That's not your government. That's not our government. Our government ain't doing shit. Andrew them will send the police and the soldier to go guide these people and protect them, because you know we're well unruly and stuff, and people will come in a certain area where we haven't eaten in 3 days, and a man look on the next man and say, yo, my G, fuck that, man, we just take everything from them. You know what I say? We don't know when them people here come back a 2 week now before anybody reach you again. Man hungry around here. So they have to send in security forces with them. So you see the security forces with them, you're thinking, oh, this is my prime minister doing the... No, all the aid that came in, that was given to our government is stockpiled. It is stockpiled. It's not going out to the people. 2 weeks after this hurricane passed. 2 weeks. I see Jamaica Uncut going to a... Big up Jamaica Uncut. I see Jamaica Uncut because I used a piece of their video yesterday. I saw Jamaica and I just had to cut out the children's part because I don't know me already, the people who follow me for the longest. I don't like posting people's children on social media, right? Unless you have them posted somewhere else already and it's approved and whatever. So I cut out the children. But Jamaica Uncut went up to a part in Westmoreland where they hadn't been reached in forever. Nobody. Them are the first set of people will get to them. And I'm saying that happened yesterday. Yesterday was the 9th. And I'm checking back and I'm like, the hurricane happened on the 28th, right? And the people, them must say, yo, if I never you carry some food, come give me dead up here. The poor little girl walked right up into his camera till the camera close to her face. She said, you can't give me some food to eat, please? Man, I was like, what the you can't give me some food to eat, please?
You need an LLC. It's protecting you. It's keeping your business and your personal life separate. So go to Taylor Brands, enter your LLC state, choose your business.
Listen, I saw medical tents being put up. Somebody cussed me and say, hey boy, I lie you telling them because the Prime Minister have a medical tent up on them something there. I mean, I hear you talk about them something there. Okay, so I went and did my little research just for you. And I found out that these medical tents were put up, have them right here, White House, Westmoreland. Residents here have welcomed the creation of a field clinic that will start today, providing well-needed medical service to the area and its environs after Hurricane Melissa damaged the facilities. Just put up. The field clinic was established by Samaritan's Purse. Shout out to Samaritan's Purse. I'll tell you who they are more in a minute. That is a non-governmental organization, what you call a NGO. And your government do not need so. If I never fit people look out for we and give we little something like we a charity case, you see? Dog, nyam we supper, whole heap of Jamaican would have dead off.
Okay,
I true people love we and I say, yo,
I'm not understanding.
we can't let them go out like that.
Okay, hold up 1 second. I'm gonna back you up. Some of you probably don't got a little carried away, basically like trying to hear what Slowfo is saying. Even with that tent that they put up for the hospital, Jamaican government have so much supplies, it's not giving it to the people. It's not putting up no tent. Who come in with a tent from other countries? Y'all put it up. Jamaican government just sitting back. Take it in the money, don't help it. Even though what the money will say, okay, do this, that, and other with it. Jamaican government is sitting back, got his hand behind his back. Study got a SOS side. We need this and we need this here. Now I see where they get that from. That's why they was able to play that shit on damn Dolby. I told y'all, those are some crafty people. They do not care. Only how these people getting help is when that we cash out them, WhatsApp them, and put it in their bank. The Jamaican government is holding down the supplies. He's going to tell you, I don't know what part, maybe I lost it, where it happened. 27 cities, nobody don't look for. That's all watch up. Nobody don't go and look for. He hold by the dive team. For a team from another country, that's what they do, dive and find people like this. Then he told Marco Rubio, yeah, it's okay, we ain't got to use the doctor. Them doctors live there in Jamaica with a house, everything. They got a doctor's office in Jamaica. People love the Cuban doctors. Nobody really don't deal with doctors from their country. I don't deal with American doctors. My doctor's baby's Indian, West Indian doctor, Jamaican doctor. But that's something that what we do. African doctor, those basically like what we do. Not too many deal with doctors that's in their country. So and also too, they do know other doctors coming that American dollar is value more. Now, I'm gonna let Slowfo finish talking, and this is what angered me so damn bad yesterday. Wow, it like that we don't know where to turn. But every video that I put on, they gonna keep telling you, feed the people are hungry. Old people, come, family, come through. But what I shut up. Let's go. I'm not making this here up. We here for ourselves. Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah. I got married in Jamaica, you know. I do my honeymoon there. I go back once a year to celebrate. I have business there. My children go to school there, at a boarding school there. And them kind of people, they are like, oh my God, we can't make them go out like that. Why is he not doing anything? The non-governmental organization that also established, before you jump ahead of yourself, the field hospital that y'all saw established in Black River is the same people. They're just multiplying their field hospitals across the country. So again, is not your government.
Not Jamaican
right?
government doing anything.
All right. So they also established a field hospital in Black River previously to support the Black River Hospital in St. Elizabeth that was also damaged by the hurricane. It is rough for the residents here, but this clinic coming here temporarily, we are appreciative of it right now, said Roman Jones, who lives in the White House Garden District. Jones, who said that he is also appreciative of other works being done within the community, has used the now damaged center in the past, and he argued that without the field clinic being here, it would have been a challenge for residents, some of whom would have had to travel some 29 kilometers to the nearest facility. They would have to travel, go to Savannah Lamar, where a health center is, because, you know, the Black River mash up right now. Well, Sav mash up too.
What if you could change your life and uplift your community with real estate? Hi, I'm Lee Arnold, and I went from bagging groceries for next to nothing to becoming a real
White House falls within the constituency of Westmoreland Western, which was devastated by the passage of Hurricane Melissa nearly 2 weeks ago now. Jones said that prior to the hurricane, it could cost about $700 for transport from White House to Sav. However, he claimed that now they are charging significantly more to take you in that direction. Starting today, the field clinic will be offering services from several tents that are established on the ground. They look really good. Off a community center located behind the original clinic that was damaged by the Category 5 storm. And the storm left the clinic without a roof. The clinic service will be up and running at White House, and the mobile pharmacy between Hummingbird Charities, the National Health Fund, and the Ministry of Labor will go into eastern Westmoreland, into the hills, where they will treat patients, give them prescriptions, medication, and all that stuff. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said following a site visit on Saturday, these are not stuff that Tufton and them are doing. These are not stuff that Andrew and them are doing. These are things where the charity organizations are doing, and they are attaching themselves to the charity organizations while stockpiling the tons of stuff that is sent in for the country. And how do I know that? Because this same organization that is establishing these field hospitals flew in tons of their own stuff. So it's not like they came and they're like, hey, we're medical professionals, we have doctors, we have nurses, we want to set up a field hospital and do that. Give us some stuff and let us get to work for your people. That's not how it's going. That is not how it's going. They are attaching themselves to these people. They will tell you on their own website. They are very transparent. You can go to SamaritansPurse.org, and they will tell you on their own website everything that they've done in Jamaica so far. You can see videos. You can see inside the tent. You can donate there on their site. You can see what they're doing with people. Samaritan's Purse airlifted our emergency field hospital to Jamaica, and we opened it on November 5th. In the devastated coastal town of Black River, multiple airlifts have been carried out for more than 140 tons of relief to the island, and that's just from them alone. 140 tons. just by them alone. So again, if you're asking, well, what happened to the stuff from El Salvador? What happened to the 20 tons from India? What happened to the 50 tons from and the 300 rescue workers from El Salvador? They're all being stockpiled.
Oh,
they're all being stockpiled. Yeah. Again, don't forget these people. They need all the help that they can get too, just so they can help us. When I look more into who they are, they're actually a faith-based organization. So they work more along with churches and donations from churches and personnel volunteer from churches as well, right? So even just the name of their organization, Samaritan's Purse, if you go to their website and look it up, when you know in the Bible the story about the Good Samaritan, right? And it's based off of that, and that's what that is. Nothing to do with government. Not a damn thing to do with our government. So our government, which is headed by our Prime Minister, they are not doing what the Jamaican people want from them. They're not rescuing the Jamaican people like we are thinking, like some people are thinking. Hate to burst your bubble, if you're one of the people who think my Prime Minister is handling this so well and things are going good and I see the movements on the ground. You're not seeing movements on the ground from your Prime Minister directing those movements to be on the ground. You're seeing charitable organizations on the ground and volunteer, like the Bob Marley Foundation and for them people, them where they align themselves with like 4 other charities that are huge, that do stuff around other parts of the world, that were able to come in with them, like the Samaritan's Purse. Like those are the people you're seeing on the ground. So because you see 2 politicians hitch up beside them, or because you see 2 police or 2 soldiers around them, y'all keep thinking that this is Andrew. Andrew is sitting on all the resources that came in. Everything I just read off of this list to you, I don't know all like that. I'm going to the next page now, because that's how much stuff he's sitting on.
Okay.
What I'm reading off to you is what he's sitting on.
Okay, hold on one second.
Barbados. Big up to Barbados.
Oh, wait a minute.
Barbados.
Y'all. Woo, God. How you doing? Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Please hit that like video, thumb on my video, please, and share it out. I think if you like to support the channel, I'm D Milton, Cash App D Milton04. You guys want to hear some more? Can you see why I was so upset dealing back with it? I don't like. He said that some folks say that go on the people website and we can see what we want to donate money at. I don't even know. But yes, the people that's out there on the ground and basic talking, that ain't Jamaican people. That's not. That's the Jamaican people are taking taking, you know, what what they giving them, that bag, they care bag. That Jamaican people, but Jamaican force people, the army, help building tents. They are not doing nothing. The police, they just do nothing but ride around, unless that you want to go somewhere. And then they show you which way to go so that you won't get mugged, because they know that it is the rough part. And let me tell you something. But the news tell us, yes, it is true, but not all Jamaica was sold down. All this here, this man sitting on stocks, pounds of stuff and money. But he's still calling around to other countries that they need help. They need help. This is what the Jamaica government, which we call him the prime minister, this is basically what he's doing. He ain't giving the Jamaican people nothing. Jamaican people is not out there on the street helping, but you know, the neighbors are helping one another. People are asking for money personal. I need some food or something. You know, it's just like, oh my God. It really does something to you. Did you put a one in the chat? Anybody? Do y'all want to see a little bit more of this video, or y'all don't have enough to see exactly what's going on? So we can go on with some more today's video. Just put a one in the chat if you don't have enough of it. So this is basically what I was trying to tell you yesterday. That's why I was so much in a rage, Miss Gerald, and saying how angered I was and for all other things. You know, man, why are you doing this here? Why are you doing this? And the Jamaican people right there that they need it. Little babies. People are dead in houses. The people didn't fight with the dive crew. He told them to hold back. Other word, hold back in your country. Stay by. And when I call you, when I need to, just stay on standby. Yes, they took those doctors out of there. Yes, Marco Rubio must whistle something in their ear. Y'all get on out there. Hey, we don't get it. Y'all come on, get on up out here. But them doctors was living there. Live in Jamaica, even before the storm. That is where they work and live in Jamaica. Okay, Miss Gerald, you want to see some more slow fall, or you want me going to some other video? This is what happened. Jamaican people is not getting nothing. Yes, they get some work done, but they doing it themselves. Unless that given the fact that if like the artists, they came out there because they don't trust the Jamaican government. Jamaican government never helped them when they was a trial. When they got up to be able to sing and rap, at least the money that they get, they started making their way to get out of Jamaica. And that's why a lot of them over here. Why do you think all them people from Mexico want to come over here? Because you can be whatever you want to be in America. Jamaica, they got your hands tied. And that's why a lot of them, those that got the fancy houses over there, no, that's because they work over here. And they send their money back to build them a house. I heard our legend, her name is Miriam Hall now, but as known back in the day, Lady Saul. Lady Saul got a big house. Big house with 9 bedrooms. Didn't get no kind of damage. She's trying to get some girls over there in the house, but you only allowed to be able to stay there for 1 year, so that they can have a place to stay. She got a big house, and she got so much land all around there. And she was talking about how that she can help. But still yet, for her to be such a great artist, she opened up her church. But her Jamaican people would not donate from Jamaica over to her church over here in the U.S. So she's scuffling, in fact, with the U.S. helping and supporting and getting her church up. But still yet, they looking at, still yet, she's over here as a minister, sending back home to open up her house, nice linen and all that she described as for the ladies that sit sleeping in. She said that it only can be girls, and the girls got to go from newborn up to 12 years old. She don't want no men and no men in the house and no little boys in the house. That's what she said. And the woman is supposed to get herself together. She can build her garden out there because she got a lot of land. She's supposed to get herself together, and you should be able to be together in 1 year. Now, this how they doing it personal. Lady Salt, move on. We all need prayer. Tyrone. Okay, then. Okay, Miss Gerald. Okay. Now y'all get it, basically what was going on. Let's go into some deep dive. Let's go and see some part. This is a lot of information here, and a lot of people are very, very upset because that they haven't got to my daughter. Nobody haven't came on there. If you see his video, based like 7 hours. I just know I was in the first part, and then when I started getting deep down into it, I was so furious, upset, dealing with the fact that he's sitting on everything. And then later on in this video, Slowfo would tell you he moved to America. Slowfo would tell you that is why everybody leaves Jamaica. Jamaican people do not help them. They help themselves. It's so much with the politics. They help themselves. They are not giving with those supplies, tons and tons, that people would not get them. He got them stack up. But he got the money. Here we go. But you know, only thing that can happen in a situation like that. Only thing that can happen in a situation like that. Only thing they just don't re-vote him in. That's all that is. They're just not gonna vote him in. That's all that's gonna happen. Hold 1 second. Let's come on. Let's see some other stuff. Let's see how that they are moving on. We don't have to basically stick on that. It's just that is happening, people, right in front of us. Later on, we're gonna let me what time it is. Okay, I gotta get myself ready. Get in fact with this trial. Okay. Later on, we're gonna let me see what we're gonna do. Let me see. Okay, let me see what we got here.
Watch how smart POD sellers turn one design into 10 different bestsellers using Kittl. They take a winning template and in 5 minutes they create multiple designs.
Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning for another news update for Wednesday, November 12, 2025. And I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Manchester mother and her 3 children reported missing. A 26-year-old Manchester woman and her 3 children have been reported missing. Being sought are Dana Mackenzie and her 3 children, 1-year-old Gabriella Martin, 3-year-old Kamaria Martin, and 7-year-old Shamar Martin, all of Warwick District in Cross Keys. The police say they have been missing since Saturday, October 25. Mackenzie is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 5 feet and 9 inches tall. Gabriella is of a fair complexion, slim build, and about 2 feet 5 inches tall. Kamaria is of brown complexion, slim build, and about 2 feet 11 inches tall, and the Shamar is of brown complexion, slim build, and about 4 feet tall. Reports from the Cross Keys police are that at about 6 a.m., Mackenzie and her children were last seen at home. Their mode of dress is all unknown. All efforts to locate them have proven futile. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Dana Mackenzie, Kamaria Martin, Shamar Martin, and Gabriella Martin is asked to contact the Cross Keys Police Station at 876.
Hold on a second. Okay, this is something here, a great family that I watch. This is something that happened, let me see, I think it was like yesterday. Let me see, that was 2 days ago. Wait, let me see, they had, I'm gonna show you how that they was able to put the church, let's say the district one receive new house from Spice. Okay, let me see, I just want to see, we're gonna see how are they building these houses. Hold on, let me see this video 1 second here. Okay, wait a minute, hold on, let's go right here. I was over here yesterday, yeah. And then this is the part what they did. They moving very, very fast because this is a young man. He goes on YouTube as the Green Family and he get money personal. So this is basically what he do with his money, trying to fix up Jamaica. So he went and fixed up the church. Hold 1 second. Wait a minute. Let me. Okay. He went.
Want to create engaging promo videos but don't know where to start? Canva's drag and drop function makes it easy to use. Plus,
we thank you for your people, oh God. We thank you for your provision. We thank you for sparing their life through this deadly storm, oh God, that has taken the life of so many people. We thank you, oh God, because you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. And whatsoever, oh God, you have started, you will accomplish it. Father, we declare and we declare that every single person here that is under this roof, you will cover them with your precious blood. We pray that this food will be a blessing to them, oh God. We pray in the name of Jesus that the children's spirit will be enlightened. We pray, oh God, in the name of Jesus that you will have your own way. We pray that peace will be upon this day. And we pray that everyone will go home safely. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, so we're going to sing one little song before we get started because we don't want to keep nobody late because we're already late already. And we just want to get straight to the food because the food tastes good, the taste everything. We're going to sing one song first before we get started. I feel good, good, good. I feel good, wonderful, good. Every time I talk about Jesus, I feel good, good, good. I feel good, good, good. I feel good, wonderful, good. Every time I talk about Jesus, I feel good, good, good. Something in my heart like a stream running down. It makes me feel so happy as can be. When I think of Jesus and what He has done for me, there is something in my heart like a stream running down. Thank you so much. Alright, so we get straight into it. All the children, let me just get to the children first. All the children, we're not going to rush. We're going to teach them that our community is going to be an example. We're not going to rush. Everybody will get food. All the children just make a line, go around, and just collect the food same time. All the adults will get the food after. Afterwards, we're going to share out all care packages to everyone. Children.
This whole video, you guys, I'm not taking it out, okay?
Move it.
And I'm talking about this singing. This whole video.
What if your small business could run a TV ad on the #1 streaming platform in America? Well, now you.
Okay.
More rice, no, more rice, more rice, adult, more rice. More rice, adult make them heavier. Basically, I get them 1 pound. Yeah, more rice with adult them. 1 pound. More rice. More rice, more chicken, more gravy, more everything. Yes, peeps, so today we're having a feast outside. We're expecting to share around 250 food, and if the crowd gets thicker, we know how to stretch it. We're going to chop up the chicken. So family, everyone, have a smile on their face, and everyone is willing to help. I appreciate and love the support, from this community and also from our YouTube family. We appreciate you so much. Don't forget to give this video a like and also watch to the end. Stay tuned, family. Food finish up now, family. Care package time, all right, Mrs. Green. Yeah? You can carry them 3 tables at one time.
Oh, about John the Revelator. He saw Jerusalem coming down. Yes, it was John the Revelator. When he looked around, so fit like brass, eyes like fire, heard a great voice say, "Come up high." It was John the Revelator. He wrote about the city of God. John the
What they had did right there, they had got the school. The school is like that. So they can use the school and the church up there. With the donation money that was given to him from Sister Storm, they start building back the church up. All right, so that they can come in there, can worship, the kids can get some school, and also too, that's what they're gonna be doing, eating it. Anyway, you guys, I had basic just come to you with this video here. I got to basically get myself ready and see which trial that we are doing. The trial of the Turkey Hut, it have been postponed, been delayed because it supposed to have started on the 8th. But no, he got in trouble last week, and the Threads put 4 more charges on him. So we're going to have to leave that one alone. But it is another trial that is happening. and we're gonna go and pick that apart there too. So right now, this time, I thank everybody for getting up with me. I thank you, those that were able to help support my channel. That's fine with cash if you did, and if you didn't, just thumb up my video, and I appreciate it. And I will see you guys and my working people in a few minutes. Okay, thank you. Now we know identify what is going on through with Jamaica. But I must move it. I must have did the video, made it like too fast with so far. But yes, it's 27 communities, cities that have not been touched. Yeah. Thank you, you guys. Blessing to everybody, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.